Dear God, it's me again. I got a bone to pick. What if I leap and it doesn't work out? There's this thing my brain does. It makes things so much more difficult than they are. But then I also learned that just because another person does very good work doesn't mean mine is bad. I legit can't believe I did that. If you have the audacity to slide into some guy's DM, you have the audacity to slide into a brand's DM. Fuck it. What do I have to lose? Oh my gosh, Asafila told me after we broke up that I'm never going to make it as a content creator. And I guess I'm looking for validation from the wrong people. Isn't it crazy when you realize that the people that support you are more than the people that don't, but the voices of the people that don't support you are the loudest? I don't like to send that energy to another person, so I mute them.
Oh shit! Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Hi, can I have an iced matcha with oat milk and caramel syrup, please? Thank you. Week 1 of the Artist Way was a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm here to spill all the tea. This is going to be like your Artist Way book club. I'm not a book reader, but I've really enjoyed and hated this journey at the same time. I wanted to punch the author in the first day of reading this, but it's because she attacked my feeling. You know when someone says something that you know, but you're just trying to not put focus on it? That's what she was doing. She was attacking me, and I'm like, why is she attacking me? Already in victim mentality. But the different exercises each week that we're supposed to do, I decided to do one every day, 1 or 2 every day, because this week I believe we had about 10. Now the recurring habits, as we already know, is morning pages and the weekly artist date. I'm going to start at the end by doing a weekly check-in. What I have to do is how many days did I do morning pages? I only missed yesterday, of which today I'm planning, because I did my morning pages, I'm going to do them at night as well. So technically I'll have done 7 days, but not really, but not quite. I managed to do 6 days out of 7. Second is, did you do your artist day? I did my artist day yesterday. I went painting at a skating rink. Were there any issues this week that you consider significant to your recovery? Describe them. We're going to also get into that. I decided to read the book every day before I go to bed, and while I was reading, there are things that stood out to me apart from the exercises that were very daunting. I'm doing the Artist Way because as a content creator, I feel stuck. I feel like I'm putting in the work and I'm not seeing the results I'm looking for. And I'm like, what do I need to do? It's like a spiritual breakthrough, and I believe this is what I needed. It's a 12-week workbook that every week I'm going to have different exercises, and I hope by the end of this I've broken through. My content is thriving. I'm not saying that my content is not thriving right now, because it is very good content, but I'm stuck in my mind and stuck in the bad negative mental thoughts, and I feel like this is going to help me get a breakthrough. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. Damn. Okay, some of my favorite content creators are Monet McMichael. I like Alex Earl. Any Given Sunday. I like Clark. I like the Oddity. I want to become a better storyteller. So in week 1, the first thing that caught my eye is the heart of creativity is an experience of mystical union. The heart of mystical union is an experience of creativity. Also speak in spiritual terms, routinely refer to God as the creator, but seldom see the creator as a literal term of artist. I'm suggesting you take the term creator quite literally. You are seeking to forge a creative alliance, artist to artist, with the great creator. Accepting this concept can greatly expand your creative possibilities. That hit me really hard, because sometimes, I don't know, you separate yourself from the creator, but you're also creating something. And you know what they say, we're all made in God's image, and I found that so profound. I don't know the meaning of profound. I hope I've used it right. Wow. The next thing that caught my attention is leap and the net will appear. I'm trying to leap and leave employment so that I can become a better content creator, but the reality of life is I've been trying to work part-time and do content, but the content is not bringing in as much as I thought it would, and I know it will at some point. The thing is that in the moment right now, I'm feeling a little discouraged. So when I read this, I'm like, what if I leap and it doesn't work out? But then I'm just like, there's so many times I've leaped and the net appeared, which is a scary thing to think about. Why am I scared these days? I do not know. But the book brought this to life for me. So because there are many exercises each week, and the author knows that you're going to be able to do some exercises and not others, she said that read through all the exercises first and then pick the ones that are the most difficult. They're the ones that you need to do, and leave the neutral ones, because the difficult questions are the ones that are going to break you. And when I tell you these questions were difficult, they were so difficult. Many of us find that we have squandered our own creative energies by investing disproportionately in the lives, hopes, dreams and plans of others. Damn, isn't that me? That's how I feel about employment. The person I work for right now is my friend, and every time I want to leave, I'm like, oh my gosh, but what is he going to do? As if he's worrying about my own problems. He's not. He's worrying about growing himself, and me, I'm busy thinking, oh my gosh, when I leave, all these things can be done by another person. And by the way, I'm ranting this, but I hope it's helping someone out there, because I'm just speaking in terms of myself. If this feels like something that you relate to, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I might be talking shit, but this is like a video log for me, a vlog, a video diary basically. Anyway, she continues to say, their lives have obscured and deterred our own as we consolidate a core, thorough and withdrawal process, we become more able to articulate our own boundaries, dreams, and authentic goals. Our personal flexibility increases while our malleability to the whims of others decreases. We experience a heightened sense of autonomy and possibility. Interesting. Food for thought for you too. I saved so many little paragraphs and I'm just reading them out loud to see if I remember anything that I was thinking about at that point. We are a substance we withdraw to, not from, as we pull our extended and misplaced creative energy back into our core. Oh my gosh, I went back to bed. It's coming to 9. But I also went to bed at 2. I couldn't sleep last night. Anyway, let's start the day. I have to write 3 morning pages daily, and for someone that's very talkative, I do not know what I'm going to write. All I know is that the negative voice in my head was so loud because I went back to bed and didn't get up and do everything that I had to do. You'll never be successful until you start waking up early. You're not ready to be successful. Maybe that's why your content is not working. You quit your job, you're not going to have any source of income. Where are you going to get money? You're a coward. Good morning. Baby girl! You're the luckiest girl in the world. Everything is happening for you. The universe has your back. Allah has your back. God has your back. It's going to be a very good day. Things are unfolding for you. You are a hard worker. Your work is not going unseen. Just because no one is seeing it right now, that doesn't mean no one will ever see it. Everything happens in God's timing, and I'm here to tell you that everything is going to work out. Now go work out. Somebody's watching me. It's good. I guess that's why it's important to journal every morning and take that out of your head. So today's exercise was focused on converting all negative blurts into affirmations, positive affirmations. And as I was at the gym, I was like, oh my goodness, girl, you're such a victim. Literally the whole time I was on the let's play the blame game. Wavelengths. Blaming the environment and people around you for the things that are happening in your life instead of taking responsibility. As much as that hurts, it's a wake-up call. Tomorrow I'm going to do better. I'm going to take accountability of everything that I wrote down. And as part of this journey, I'm not allowed to read what's in the journal until week 8. I'm a little bit happy about that because I don't have to look back at my demons. But anyway, I spend the morning showing love to myself, giving love to my body, giving love to my mind, cleaning up my space because a clean space is a clean mind. And I'm ready for the week. I'm ready to have an amazing week. I hope you are too. I'm also excited for this journey because there is a lot of things that I have to deal with, all the negative self-talk, all the blockages I'm facing as a creator, and I'm going to talk about this in detail on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned. I'll be doing 1 video a week. But let me just say I'm scared and excited at the same time because from what I've read so far, I already feel attacked, so I know this is going to be a roller coaster of emotions that I don't know if I'm ready to face, but here we are. So for day 1, the exercise that I chose was converting all negative blurts into positive affirmations, and because it's what I chose for day 1, I caught myself every day this week talking to myself negatively. Like I have this negative voice inside my head that is so loud, way louder than the positive one, and it made me think about sometimes you pray to God and you're like, oh God, I wish I could have a dream body, but then you're at the gym working out and then there is this negative thing inside your head like, oh, you think you're going to get the dream body today, you can do whatever you want, you start again tomorrow. You know that thing? It's louder than the me that's working out because the me that's working out decides to show up and then the me that's talking me out of stuff is working full-time, like the devil works full-time type shit. But that was on the lighter end and it was a very good exercise, which brings me to one of the other things that I read, which says to effect a creative recovery must go through a time of mourning. In dealing with the suicide of the nice self we have been making do with. Then she goes like, how do you know if you're creatively blocked? Jealousy is an excellent clue. Now, speaking of jealousy, I think I've made a video here before in the past, a vlog talking about how I'm jealous that other people are getting what I want and all these things. And there is something here that I noticed, like I know some people talk about jealousy and they're like, oh, but instead of being jealous, channel that energy and put in the work. I've been channeling that energy, but for some reason I'm not breaking through. However, if you think about the negative thoughts that you have in your head plus the jealousy combined, those things are the loudest than you putting in the work, because yes, you put in the work for a few minutes, you're like, oh my gosh, I did my best, and then the next morning you wake up and you're on the same wavelength, or you get the phone check and you're like, damn, it's not happening, and you're like, why? You cannot help but be jealous. But I mean, I'm trying to avoid those negative mental thoughts towards people. Actually, I've started this thing whereby if there is a creator that I look at and then I feel a negative type of way, I mute them, because I'm like, if I'm feeling that one, sending that energy, I don't like to send that energy to another person, so I mute them, not because I hate them, but because comparison is the thief of joy and I do not want to compare myself anymore. Example she gave, like telling myself it's too late. I don't tell myself that it's too late. That's why I'm putting in the work at this age and this time. I'm putting in the work. I don't think it's too late, but sometimes you watch youngsters, okay, doing stuff, coming up, all these things, and you're like, damn, I'm probably too late, because all the people that I mentioned that are creators, by the way, are way younger than me. I think Alex Ali is like 24, Monet just turned 25. They're all so young, and then I'm turning 36, and I'm striving to be what they are, which is actually wild to say out loud. Wow. Anyway, she continues to say, stop fearing that your family and friends would think you're crazy. One thing I do is minimize my content, especially for my family. The sensor is out to get you. It's coming for you. Every time you get smarter, so does it. For example, now I'm like, okay, I won't check my phone first thing in the morning. The first thing I'm going to do is journal and like do my morning pages. I've been so good with my morning pages, but some days I wake up and something is like, oh, you'll do it later, it's okay, and I just don't do it, and I'll do it later because I believe one of the days of the week I did it at night. The part of you that's negative is working full time more than the part of you that's positive. So for day 2, here is a tough truth. I think that the hardest thing that most people don't talk about is some people we have around us are not really our friends. And in order for something new to come, something old must go. It is day 2 of me doing the artist way, and today's exercise is time travel. The assignment is to list 3 enemies of your creative self-worth, and let me just tell you, this was not easy at all. I was up until 2 a.m. thinking about this. Is this way too much makeup? Damn, it's too much. The author calls this your Monster Hall of Fame. She also says it's always necessary to acknowledge your creative injuries and grieve them. This enemy could be a friend or family. There is no boundaries to this. Enemy number 1 for me is a guy I used to know. He once told me that actually this is going to be a 2-in-1 exercise. The second exercise requires me to describe the different scenarios. Enemy number 1 told me after we broke up that I'm never going to make it as a content creator. He actually watched one of my videos where I was saying I wanted to have 100k subscribers, and he's like, you're never going to make it. Your little video only has 12 views. Look at where I am now. I'm not quite there, but I'm on my way there. Am I doing this right? Enemy number 2 is a friend that I told that I was doing UGC, and he asked me how much I charged. When I told him how much I charged, which was $300 at that time, he looked at me and goes like, what? $300 for just one little video? I look like a clown. I have Moti on this particular topic, but I'll give you a story time on YouTube, because middle finger to my haters, are you bitches jealous? Fuck yeah. The fuck? And I also figured if they're going to see this, they might as well watch it on my YouTube, where I get paid for them to watch what I'm doing, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but your friends are supposed to uplift you and encourage you to be going, or maybe the least they could do is understand why. But this friend didn't. And you know what hurts the most? When the same person goes ahead to pay other people to do content for them and pay more money than they would have paid me, which I'm like, aren't you supposed to elevate me and help me grow? Maybe that's just me. I do not know what I'm doing. This exercise was actually hard because I had to think really hard. It was just a tough pill to swallow. And it also reminded me, you know, like how I have standards when it comes to dating. Why don't I have such standards when it comes to certain friends? Because this is a person that talks ill about very many people around me. And what makes me special, that he doesn't talk ill of me when I'm not around. Because if he can do it for his mom, bro, his best friends, in front of people like us that he hasn't even grown up with, it was a food for thought. And I thought about it and I'm like, fuck. Hater number 3 was another friend who never engaged with my content. And you know what excuse they gave me? You post way too much, I can't keep up. This same person, when other people post, when brands post, when people like this post, they like, they comment, they share on their stories. So it's just me, and I get it. I have a bunch of my friends who watch my content and do not engage or whatever. I get it, and I get that I post too much, but I just started posting so much recently. Should we try a red lip? Oh, no. I'm going to use the same makeup stick that I used for blush. The time this friend told me this, I used to post like 3 times a week. Not as consistent as I do right now, because right now I go up to 3 posts a day. Doing this exercise was a real wake-up call for me. And like I said, I'm going to give proper full story times on my YouTube channel because we have to do weekly check-ins. I'll fill you in with details. But yeah, sometimes it'd be the people you call your friends, and the author calls it your Monster Hall of Fame, and that is mine. Anyway, another exercise we are required to practice daily on this journey is daily journaling, 4 pages daily. She calls it morning pages. And if you watched day 1, you know that I was in the let's play the blame game wavelength. But today I was more in a place of accepting my role in all this, because there is blaming people for stuff, but you also have a role to play. They didn't ask to be my friends. I chose for them to be my friends. Am I naive sometimes? Yes, and that's okay. But the fact that I'm acknowledging it right now, I have roles to play. I'm about to fry my hair in the name of content. It's already smoking. It's not even on my hair yet. Today I was speaking to God. Accept the role I have to play in all these things that are going on. And I was asking God and speaking to God and just having conversations with God. I thought journaling would be more difficult than it is. It's not. I talk too much, so I definitely have so much to say. I feel like also the journaling has helped me not scroll in the morning, because I'm an avid scroller and sometimes, I burnt my forehead. I already turned it off. I'm just using the residual heat, but I know this journey is going to be a roller coaster of emotions. I already feel it, because I'm reading the first week and I normally read before I go to bed, and I spend the rest of the night thinking of what the answers to these questions are, and by morning I have the proper answers. Oh, my ear. Anyway, that's it for day 2. I'm excited for this journey and what I'm going to uncover. I know I keep saying this. I'm excited and scared at the same time. Is this a look? Oh, it's not. Oh my gosh, it's not. It is indeed a look. Too bad I wear glasses. Anyway, that's it for day 2. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Okay, and that was day 2. It was a very annoying realization to notice that the people in your life are actually your immediate ops. And ops is it's not one of those things whereby maybe it's like I'm being emotional or I'm coming from an emotional point of view. There are real examples. The friend of mine who said that I post too much, and it came to doing her functions and doing whatever, she didn't have friends, bro. I was there for her. I had to travel from here to out of town, travel, got lost, buy outfits. During this time, she would engage with my content. This is what I noticed, because some of these events were apart. She engages with my content when she needs me to show up, and when I'm done with my job, she's like, but then me, I'm there being there for her. I'm like, oh, she's my friend, bro. She's not. I learned my lesson, and I'm still learning every day that some people are not your friends. They're just people that need you, and when they're done using you, they don't really care, and they're shameless. People like this have the most audacity, which is one of the reasons that this year I told you that my motto for the year was audacity, because people have so much audacity. They have no shame. They just do shit, and you're there being naive as a good person, aka me. I'm just like, damn, that was a major food for thought. So the author says your artist is a child and needs to be fed. Morning pages feed your artist child. Then she goes on to ask why all this logic brain or artist brain talk. It's because the morning pages teach the logical brain to stand aside while the artist page does things naturally. Our brains are there to protect us. Everything we do, they're there to protect us. I'm going to give working out as an example again. You say you want to start working out, but you really don't want. Your brain's job is to keep you in the most comfortable place, and the most comfortable place is to not want working out. So it's going to talk you out of it, and every time you find a smarter solution, it's going to find an even smarter one. That's why we keep going back to our old patterns. And journaling is supposed to help you, because if you're writing the same thing every day, for example, let's say you want to quit drinking, and every day you're like, oh my gosh, I want to quit this, you write it so many times that you're like, okay, what the fuck am I doing now? I need to start putting in the work type shit, right? Exactly. I even forgot I read this. Thank God I was keeping notes. It's very difficult to complain about a situation morning after morning, month after month, without being moved to constructive action. These pages lead us out of despair and into undreamed of solutions. We went looking for love and we found each other. It's day 3 of the Artist's Way, and today's exercise is time travel to champions of your creative self-worth. We're going to do that while I share the lip combo from day 2. Starting with a black liner. Number 1 on my Hall of Champions, also known as the people that have been supporting me from the start. My little sister takes first place, because I recently was talking to her. We hadn't seen each other in the longest time, and she told me that she always looked up to me. Do you think I'm going to disappoint my baby sister? Hell fucking no. Sorry, astaghfirullah. Next, I'm going in with a Maybelline lip liner in the shade Hot Chocolate. Fun fact, I come from a family of 21 kids and we are 13 girls. And on this list, actually, number 1 spot is my 2 sisters. I'm supposed to list only 3 people, but I can't because I have so many supporters. And to think that yesterday when I was doing the second day, it was so hard to think about my haters. And those haters' voices are the ones that are always in my head, not my supporters. Wow, what a realization. This is a multi-use makeup stick. It's my friend's brand, and you can use it as lipstick, blush. I use it as blush today, eyeshadow and all that stuff. My other sister is a designer, and we've been on this content journey together from the start since 2018, and she's my number 1 biggest fan. And then you have the best friend. My best friend, you guys, rides or dies for me. I can't begin to tell you how many things she's done for me. We all know how hard it is to be a struggling content creator. Oops, change of words, you're not struggling. you're working hard and things are working out for you. Now this Fenty lipstick, it's very, very pigmented. Bro, let me first bring you closer. I have to be careful with this. I don't put it on the whole lip. I put just a bit and just saturate it with my, like that. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit and add black liner on top of that. Okay, last but not least, I can't believe I have to list only 3 people. I can list more and more people that support me. My friend group from Montreal. Let me tell you something. My friends are the bestest friends ever. We met at speed dating. If you want a story time, please let me know. I will give it. But we went looking for love and we found each other. One of the girls recently told me she saw me the first time and I was holding a camera and vlogging and she's like, oh my gosh, this girl is so cool. And then my other friend calls me her favorite content creator in the group chat. I might not be, but the fact that she supports me, wow. Oh, this is the Maybelline lip plump in the shade Coco Zing, I think. And that's it for the lip. I'm just really happy that today's exercise was very easy because reading the first week of this book, it's very mentally draining, and yesterday was very mentally draining. Think about the people that have said hurtful things and to also share personal information publicly. I already did my morning pages. We're supposed to do 3 pages daily. I was writing how I was very scared to share my Monster Hall of Fame yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are going to see it. They probably didn't even see it. I think I'm bigger than I am in my head, which I'm allowed to think that because I'm the shit. If I don't say I'm the shit, I'll think that I'm the shit or think that I'm going to go viral. Who's going to think that? Nobody but me. So I had to remind myself real quick when I was writing that. I said my shit and I'm going to say more shit because you know what? Fuck it. What do I have to lose? Oh my gosh, I start feeling okay guys, bye. Oh, and don't forget, I'll see you tomorrow. Isn't it crazy when you realize that the people that support you are more than the people that don't, but the voices of the people that don't support you are the loudest? I swear, when I'm lowballing myself, all I think about is my friend telling me, what, $300 for one little video? Bro, you know how much content creators are charging for one video? Content creators that have the same stacks as me right now, they're charging probably $4,500 or more for a video, and I tell you $300, and you have the audacity to go and pay other people like $1,000 or whatever. Yet I only ask for a measly $300. The heck? That voice inside my head always makes me lowball myself, but then I forget that every time I tell my real friends about how much I charge, they're like, oh my gosh, I see how much work you put in, you should even charge more. Which makes sense because I put in so much work in my art, and I guess I'm looking for validation from the wrong people. Again, this is a very nice exercise because it gives me a look into my brain and how I function and how I rely so much on other people's validation as opposed to mine. Because yes, there are people that support me. However much they support me, if I'm not supporting myself mentally, the negative voices are going to be louder. So I've been realizing one of the things I've learned this week is I catch myself talking shit about myself all the time, and I'm like, no girl, no, not today. So that's a good thing. And then for day 4, I met my younger self for coffee today because I could not make it through day 4 of the artist's way without her. The assignment is write down 5 imaginary lives, and there is no better person to ask. She asked me, did we make it? Because I know you're destined for greatness. Girl, we're nowhere there, but it's a roller coaster ride. So I popped the question, what imaginary lives did you envision for us? She reminded me about how when I was a little girl and my parents had traveled, my sisters and I used to do fashion shows, and we cut up all our clothes to make the fashionable outfits that we see on TV. Isn't that crazy? We did indeed get an ass whooping, because how do you cut up all the clothes? Are you the one who makes that money? Now that I think about it, and I'm like, damn, you're crazy. So are you a stylist now? Girl, no, but I do create styling content every once in a while. Like once a year, but I know it doesn't count. It does perform really well though. So you're not a stylist. Are you a chef? Do you bake? No, but I do bake my face every once in a while. Okay, all jokes aside, I do work for a restaurant. Do I cook? No. I used to love it, but now I hate it because I'm a TikToker now. Actually, I should call them.
Hello, work? Yes, I'm afraid I can't come back in tomorrow. Because I have a new life now. I'm on TikTok. You always like trying cool recipes. Remember how you baked Daddy a cake that wasn't really cool?
I don't know how to tell you this, but Daddy's not here anymore. Oh shit. Wow, that still hurts. But I do still try cool recipes, just in case you were wondering. Are you an artist? Remember how you thought you could sing? When we were 10, we actually performed to Britney Spears. They say she's lucky. Do you still like Britney? I still love her down. I don't know, for some reason I thought I could sing. I do sing in the shower though, and I love karaoke. A reality TV star then? As if, but not quite. You would not believe what we're doing right now. You couldn't be a reality star, but you brought the reality to you. We did that shit. Remember how you thought our family would make a good reality show? Daddy hated that though. He liked the private life. You'd never believe what happened. After Daddy passed away, the prodigal son decided to fuck up everything. Anyway, c'est la vie. Please tell me you started a business. business because you always wanted to be rich but were not quite sure what you would be doing?
Oh, hell yeah. We sell journals now. Actually, I have it right here. There's this thing called online business. You don't have to have a physical store. I have them in my house and people order online. I make content about that actually. At least we're doing that.
Do you want me to keep going? Because I could go on and on.
No, girl, I gotta go to work.
See you next time.
Hell yeah. And I just remembered I did not journal today. I went straight into work. I miss my dad every day and I cannot believe I still cry like this, and it's been years since 2021. He hated lipstick and makeup, which explains why I'm getting into makeup as an adult. But you know what I miss the most about him? Pissing him off, because as a problem child, now I have no one to piss off. Anyway, I'm glad we did this and I should journal before I go to work. I feel like that's how I go into old patterns and not do the things that I'm supposed to do. As always, do not forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. First of all, this was a very, very emotional exercise because I thought about my dad so many times, and so many things I wanted to do are because of my dad. He's a businessman, and no, it's no wonder I wanted to do business. We grew up in a construction family because we have a construction company. We visited so many buildings, and I also always wanted to be a real estate developer or an interior designer along the lines of building and houses and all these things. And I realized that a lot of them were impacted by my dad, and I would have wanted him to see my success and all these things. Unfortunately, he's not here, and for the longest time I did things to make him happy that when I didn't, it messed with my mental health a little bit, and the fact that I'm not able to share these little wins with him is a little bit discouraging. However, I enjoyed this exercise, the things that I would have wanted to do, and I'm now realizing I can get into styling. Even if I wasn't a stylist, I can get into styling in my own way. I can do interior designs if I wanted to. I'm a content creator already, so I'm a reality TV star in my head. I can't sing, but I can add singing to my content, which made me realize this week. And those people that say something, and when I say it immediately, I align it to a song. So I'm like, this could be my hook so that people always know that I'm going to say something, then sing it type shit, which is so cool. So this was a very nice exercise, light-hearted but very deep at the same time. Oh, and also one of you guys commented on my video that we should go for a fashion show with my sisters and all that. It was such a full circle moment of realization that my sister is now a fashion designer, and we went for my first ever fashion show I went to was her fashion show in Kampala Fashion Week, which was so dope. I shared that on my TikTok if you would like to see it. But for day 5, this is a letter to God. Dear God, it's me again. I got a bone to pick with you today. Please send help, because today I woke up tired and frustrated. I'm tired of feeling this way and I do not know what to do anymore. I'm supposed to write this letter to my editor and mail it to myself, which is a crazy exercise, but you are my editor, you are my creator, and being a content creator, I believe we are connected in some way or the other. I beg you to walk through me. I will follow you blindly because I do not know what to do anymore. I have shown up every day for the past 3 months and I'm still not getting the results. I know comparison is a thief of joy, but what are other people doing that I'm not? Why is my content not performing well? I put in so much work to be the best, but every morning I wake up in 200 view jail. Why do some people do the bare minimum and have the things that I want? I reach out to brands, crickets. I market my journal, crickets. I post quality content, crickets. I'm very frustrated today, God. I need a miracle to happen, please. I know you didn't bring me this far to leave me hanging, and I know you give your hardest battles to your toughest soldiers, but I'm drowning today. I'm tired of being the toughest soldier. I'm mad at you today, to be honest, so I'm humbly requesting for you to start moving mountains, because at this rate I don't know what to do. What am I living for if I'm showing up and putting in the work for you to laugh in my face and say haha, not today? Anyway, God, I have a lot to say, but I will end it here. Oh, and God, this is what I want. I want to sell out my journals. I want my content to reach the right audience and build a community of like-minded people. I want to work with brands that I don't have to reach out to. I just want to open up my email and choose whichever aligns with me. I want financial abundance because it's a ghetto out here on my own. P.S. I know I have a weekly breakdown and I'm sorry for offending you. I appreciate everything you've done for me and I love you. I'm grateful. That wasn't in the letter, but I am grateful. I just have breakdown moments, like I said. After my regular scheduled breakdown, I wrote myself a piece of encouragement and stuck it to my wall. It says, "It's coming, just let it all work out. You are right where you need to be and all the work is going to pay off more than you expected." As always, do not forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I did not understand the exercise I did, but all I know is that I was supposed to write a note to my editor in my defense. She says it's great fun to write this letter in the voice of your wounded child.
I don't know, I think I portrayed that. It was me and how I feel sometimes when I'm wounded. I'm just like, I'm so mad at God. But then other times I'm like, but then I love you, God. You've done so much for me. And this is a reminder to you, just because you say you're mad at God, that doesn't mean you don't appreciate. You're allowed to feel your feels. We are human. So I felt my feels, but then after that I sat down and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. And by the way, God answered me. I wrote God an email that bounced. Okay? Because immediately I got a response. I sent that email to god@gmail.com. Okay? Oh my gosh, that's the funniest shit ever. I was like, will it go anywhere? But then as I was in the shower, I had a moment of realization. I'm like, okay, Sheila, you want God to do all these things for you. You've put in the work, that whatever you're waiting, but then when you actually deep, are you really putting in the work? Yes, I'm putting in the work. But there are areas that are lacking and I don't share those areas with you. Maybe at some point I'll be ready to share that, but it gave me that thought of, Sheila, even you, when it comes to you showing up for yourself, you don't even show up for yourself and you're expecting God to show up when you're giving. Yeah, you give work like to my content, yes, but let's say I want to do inspiring stuff, which that stuff that I do is inspiring, but am I about that life? Because I also remember one of you guys asked me in my comments in my last video, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm doing everything but I'm not losing weight. And I might say that out loud. My weight loss journey and my content creator journey are very different, but then they're very connected. Because when it comes to losing weight, I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it. I do it for like a week or a couple of days, I get off it. For content, I just started being very consistent and I expect God to show me results immediately, yet I've been struggling on and off. Anyway, it's just a battle in my head, and that's why I'm doing that Dream Life Chronicles, because I want to wake up every day and live my dream life the way I would like it to be, and not just record little snippets that inspire people without living that life, because maybe that's the part that's missing, aligning with it. And I don't know, that's the answer that I got for now. We'll see as we move on. Last but not least, the artist date, which I did on day 6. We're going on a solo date. For day 6 of the artist way, I'm taking myself on a solo date. I had to put on something long sleeve because Canadian weather is crazy. I'm also bringing a scarf just in case it gets cold. By the way, do you like this hair? Me, I like it. I don't know about you.
Y'all girls need to learn how to just dilly-dally. You don't gotta go to the club all the time. You ain't gotta be smoking on that hookah like that. Just go on you a little walk and dilly-dally. Look at me. I'm having a good time. I'm outside.
And it's all because I'm working on my energy. I'm taking care of myself and me. I'm on the grind.
I'm not artistic at all. I'm trying though. What do we think so far?
I do it just for fun.
I think my friend is here, so I gotta go. But look what I've done. I legit can't believe I did that. I wasn't seeing the vision, but it looks cute. The heck? Okay, let's go ice skating. Maybe he wants to come and teach me. Yesterday was actually so much fun. After my solo date, I went to meet my friend who is so good at ice skating and I'm so bad at it. But I feel like it was the perfect timing. The thing is that she wanted to make plans and I wanted to cancel because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the artist date. There's this thing my brain does. It makes things so much more difficult than they are. And then after it all happened, I'm like, okay, that was so nice. That was so fun. I was planning to go by the lake and draw and do all that stuff from there. But then I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to be late. So I went to the rink where we're going to meet for ice skating and I just started drawing and just looking at people and free drawing. One thing about this that it taught me is that I never thought I was artistic in any way. Like by artistic, I now realize as a content creator, I'm an artist naturally. As coming up with stuff, I'm an artist naturally. The kind of art I'm talking about is like painting and all these things. I never thought I had it in me. But then I also learned that just because another person does very good work doesn't mean mine is bad. Like it's equally good, because when I was done, everyone has their own. I actually was invited to my friend's painting group, painting stroke coloring group, which I think is so fun. If we have the same book, we can open the same thing and start drawing. I just want to see how everyone like works mentally, because after it all came together, I'm like, you don't say you are an artist. You have your own vision, and so does another person. So the artist date, I love the artist date. It was a very good experience. As much as I did not feel like I was getting anything, when I was done, I was like, girl, you can do anything. Don't be the same as another person. You have, like, other people are good, but you're equally as good, which was a good reminder. In terms of the artist date, the author says the creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct, acting from their inner necessity. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. She also talked about the shadow artist. So she says that very often audacity, not talent, makes one person an artist and another person a shadow artist, hiding in the shadows, afraid to step out and expose the dream to light, fearful that it will disintegrate to the touch. Now, what did we learn about this? At the beginning of this year, I said one thing: I need to live this life with audacity. People don't become successful because they have talent. Some people become successful because of the audacity to step into offices. And then it made me remember one thing. Every time I want to slide into the DMs of brands, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so shy. What will they think of me? But I'm like, if you have the audacity to slide into some guy's DM, you have the audacity to slide into a brand's DM. For crying out loud, at least they might be giving you money at the end of it. It made me think of that, and I'm like, this week, as much as I said that I'm going to live with audacity, one thing I do not do so much is put myself out there and remember that if they refuse me today, I go back tomorrow and the day after that until they accept me. As long as they have not told me no, I can reach out as many times as possible until I get onto those PR lists. So this coming week, we're going to be applying to PR lists with audacity, DMs, emails, all them things until they respond. And that's on period. So I'm going to come up with a list of brands that I want to work with, and if I have to email them every day or every 2 days, so be it. I'm putting myself out there. That's it. That's all. She continues to say, to live a creative life, we must lose fear of being wrong. When you're feeling depreciated, angry, or drained, it's a sign that other people are not open to your energy. And this is how the Monster Hall of Fame felt, because when you tell your friends something that you're excited about and they make you feel like a little person, these people are not ready to experience you and your energy. So I'm learning to be very discerning with friendship. If people show you what they are, don't make excuses for them, please. And even if they were nice to you at some point, now I'm realizing that maybe they were nice to you because they had an ulterior motive. Judging your early artistic efforts is an artist abuse. Please say less. Because if I'm trying and you're telling me that I'm not good enough or I charge too much, I'm not worth that, that's artistic abuse. Like... That's my summary from week 1. Those are the things I learned, and the exercises were really good. Okay, the one thing I didn't do is because, I don't know if I told you this. I told you this in the first video, that I tried to get the book and I have to wait for the physical book until the 21st or 26th or whatever. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get an ebook version. So I'm reading the ebook version off of my phone, and we have a contract to sign. So because I don't have a physical book, here is my contract. I, Sheila, understand that I'm undertaking an intensive guided encounter with my own creativity. I commit myself to the 12-week duration of this course. I, Sheila, commit to weekly reading, daily morning pages, a weekly artist date, and the fulfillment of each day's tasks. I, Sheila, further understand that this course will raise issues and emotions for me to deal with. I, Sheila, commit to the excellent self-care, adequate sleep, diet, exercise, pampering for the duration of this course. Speaking of diet and pampering and all them things, I need to be taking care of myself better. I know I come here and say this every time, but you know what, hopefully this 12 weeks is going to help. I'm running out of time on my memory card, but yeah, I feel like I've yapped too much, but I hope this yapping has helped you get through the first week of the artist way. I don't know how all the other weeks are going to go. Also, tell me what format would you like. Do you like this weekly format, or would you like me to do like daily? I try to share the little videos on shorts. If you check it out, some of them are, yeah, the music is not allowed, so some of them just get dropped. But yeah, and if you want to see more, I share on Instagram stories daily. I'm uploading daily on TikTok. If you don't want to wait until the end of the weekly breakdown, then go ahead and check those out. But yeah, I'm so excited for this journey. I'm so scared. Someone told me that the second week is so hard, and I'm like, oh damn. I already felt like the first week was attacking me so much because I was going through some mental stuff with me trying to quit my job and me working for my friend. But then the first week already, like, I read these things and they go to my head and I'm like, damn. Okay, I feel like I'm being attacked type shit, like, leave me alone. But it's the necessary things that you have to go through. Maybe you don't know that these are the blockages you have mentally. And I'm breaking through mine. I feel like I am, at least. I know it's a 12-week journey and it's just the beginning. I look forward to seeing you in week 2. As always, do not forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.